listeners, this is the video on EDA libraries, and I'm Pushkala, and we'll be starting with what are all the libraries I can use for data analysis in Python. So, welcome to this video, and I'll be showing four different libraries. So, this will be the part one of that video. So, we'll start. We'll start with a basic question: what is EDA? So EDA is nothing but it is a exploratory data analysis. So when you work with data sets, let's say you have a few data sets and you want to apply machine learning algorithms and do predictions. The first step to analyze the data set is using EDA. So where you will be using different data visualization procedures, that is scatter plot, line plot, pair plot, and so many other things to visualize and find out what this graph says. What are the insights that about data set that you are getting? That is EDA. So for this procedures, for so long we have been doing all this code manually. So now to avoid that and save you a lot of time, there are a few libraries that you can use, and you can analyze this much faster than anything else. So to do this first, I need a data set. So I'm gonna import my necessary libraries, and I'm gonna start with a very simple data set, iris. So if you have any warnings displayed again and again unnecessarily and you don't want to see it again, you can just go for this warning library and say ignore. So you won't be seeing any messages saying future warnings and everything after this. So NumPy is for numerical processing, Pandas is to manipulate with the data set, Matplotlib and Seaborn are the basic data visualization library we have been using for data analysis so far. So from now, we are going to update the way we do data analysis. So first I'll import one of the data sets from Seaborn, which is iris. So it will be easy to explain since it has only 4 columns. Okay. It's not displaying, so I'm going to say restart and run all. Let me do this. Let's see what happens. Still not displaying anything. Here, let me just refresh this kernel again. Okay, so done. Okay, this is my first library, and we are going to start with the library called SweetWiz. SweetWiz is my first library where you can download this library using pip install SweetWiz. Since I have already installed this, I'm just commenting it here for your reference. So after installing this, let's start the processing part. So what I'm gonna do is this. I'm just gonna say report as a variable sv dot Analyze function. When I say analyze the data frame DF, DF is the data frame I have stored in DF. And I'm giving that and saying analyze using SweetWiz. So report dot, I'm gonna say show this as a HTML document. Yeah, I forgot to import this. Import SweetWiz. Yes. Okay. Okay. So analyze function has to come with the Z. Okay. So it is generating a bunch of associations and graphs for me now. And the program finished generating the univariate analysis. So basically with this suite was what you're going to see is a bunch of histograms and a normal general analysis, maximum, minimum, what is your average, what is your Q1, Q2 and IQR and everything. So you will get all the basic analysis you need here. So this is a histogram of sepal length. As you can see, this is basically a normal distribution with a little bit of skewness. And this is also a normal distribution with a little bit of skewness. If you want to see that graph in a better and bigger chart, you can click on that and in the sidebar it will open. So skewness and kurtosis is basically where you find distortions in normal distribution. So these are all basic analysis you do when you take a very single variable. So SweetWiz basically works as a univariate analysis tool. So we can analyze and say when it comes to sepal width, 3 to 3.5 has higher ratio, and when you take a sepal length, one ranges from 1 to 2.2 maybe, and the another group of class ranges from 2.5 to 7. You can see this practical segment in these two, in petal length and petal width. And the species see here, all of these are almost the same. That is, it means it is a well-balanced data set. These kind of basic analysis you can do with SweetWiz. So SweetWiz is practically, we'll use this for only univariate analysis. That is when you focus on analyzing each variable separately. Univariate analysis. So this is our first library. Let's go for the second one. So the second one, I'm gonna start with a library called AutoVis. So I'll import this library again from AutoVis dot AutoVis class. This is the library, and from that I'm importing a library called AutoVis class. You can download this library by using pip install AutoVis. That's all. So I'm gonna assign this to a variable. AutoVis class. I'm gonna do with TFAV. Again, that is some variable I used. AutoVis function. And in that, I'm gonna say iris. Okay, it is not going to read this one. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna save this as a separate file. To do that, we can use pandas directly. So .csv. So I'm saving this data frame in SNS as a CSV file, and it will be stored in my in my file explorer directly in the folder directly. So iris dataset is being downloaded. So from this I can say iris CSV. And I want the chart type. Maybe I don't want the chart type. Okay. So all I see is a analysis report that is saying possible ID column. As we already know, this unnamed this column, the index column has been downloaded into a unnamed zero column. Since I've converted this into a data frame, it has been downloaded as unnamed zero. So this is the ID column which I probably don't need anyway. So that is what this does. It is finding out whether I need this column or not. So I don't need this column. And then in sepal width, there is no sepal length, there is no issues. But in sepal width, you have four outliers. That is being analyzed with the library itself. You have four outliers. And in the petal length, you have high correlation between sepal length. Petal length and sepal length has high correlation, and we come to petal width. You have high correlation between sepal length and petal length. So the correlation analysis has also been done here. So sometimes when you do AutoVis, you will see a lot more than this just analysis plot. You will see some graphs and everything. Since the graph is not displayed here, I'll try some other technique. I'll try to export this into a HTML page. So see, it is saving dist plot, violin plot, and so much other plots. So it was not done when I just called for Iris TV. So I've exported into a chart format. So here is a folder that says AutoVis plots, and in this folder you will have a lot of other plots that is being done. So we'll go through this one by one. So this is the first plot that suggests you have species and sepal length in the y-axis and species in the x-axis, where the sepal length of setosa is lower, sepal width length of versicolor is little bit higher than setosa, and the virginica has highest sepal length. So this is our first plot that was generated. Let's go to the second one, dist plot. So this is the dist plot where it is just showing me the petal length, density of petal length, where the in between is higher. This is same as the histogram we have saw in SpeedWiz. So I can change it to whatever I want. So I will analyze sepal length now. This is like this, and we'll analyze sepal width. So this is the density graph, how the data is distributed. That is density graph. That is being shown for all the univariates. So you can analyze each variable separately. So that is the second one. We'll go for the third one, heat map. Heat map is nothing but the correlation map, how one variable is correlated with another. So according to the previous chart we have seen, this one, okay, it has been overwritten. Okay. The one we saw earlier, it said petal width and petal length has high correlation. We can see that here. So the dark red is actually the high correlation. We practically cannot see what is written in there because it is so high correlated. You can see it is 1 and you can see it is 96%. So that means petal length and petal width has 96% correlation. That means positive 96% means the both variables are reacting exactly the same. So that is what we found out from this. So we are done with the heat map. We'll go to pair scatters. Again, you have a bunch here where it says petal width on one side, petal length on another side. And I'm saying petal length and sepal length. And I'm again gonna say color equal to, okay, it doesn't show any color. Okay, so this is the scatter plot. You can basically change whatever variables you want and you can see how the plot is being scattered. So this is the fourth chart. And finally, I'm going to the violin plot. While in plot is where you see the box plot on the inside, and the outside you will see how the data is being distributed. So for all the continuous features, you see this violin plot. So that is what AutoBIS does. You will see a set of maps and you can go inside and analyze those set of maps. So in this video, we have gone through the libraries, SpeedWist and AutoBIS. So this is a univariate analysis library where you can use AutoBIS to analyze univariate outliers, and it will give you a description of what happens inside, and you will get to do bivariate analysis and correlation as well. So this is the first two libraries of EDA that I've listed, and come back for the second videos where I'll be explaining the other advanced two EDA libraries. Thank you so much, and if you have any comments and doubts, leave it in the comment box. Bye bye.